Hoy te escucho y te veo, Sandra. Ya tenía mucho tiempo que no te veía.
Finally, teacher, hopefully.
Yes, yes, I can hear you perfectly today. Muy bien. Hoy tengo una actividad para ustedes, pero va a ser para la segunda mitad. Bien. ¿Alguien tiene alguna duda? ¿Todo bien? Ok, ahora dice que no. Ya saben, bueno, les pregunto al principio de la clase, pero me pueden preguntar durante toda la sesión, no hay problema. Bien, um, let's switch to full English mode. Um, una pregunta para ustedes. Have you ever felt that you are not good enough at the things you normally do? That feeling that maybe at work, maybe at some hobbies, I don't know, but that feeling that you are not good enough. Sandra, you're the only one with the camera on, so I could see you nodding. Is it yes? Tu micrófono está cerrado. Sandra, tu micrófono está cerrado.
Now, do you hear me? That yes, absolutely yes. And especially that I am in the middle age, and sometimes, like I feel that, like, how can I express this? I think that I spoke about this a little while ago. Um, like I have achieved many things in my life. Like I am in a really good point in my life. But I think that in sometimes I don't feel good enough, and I think that the main reason for me is because I wasn't able to study what really I wanted to study. Like I have my college degree, but really it wasn't my dream. And in some point in my life, for all the responsibilities that I had, also when I took the decision to come to this country, um, it was like a new start for me. Um, and in somehow I had to work so hard, and when you had to work so many hours, in somehow you forget about the things that are really important for you, like like those things for which you feel passionate about it. um, but now I think that I told in Christmas that I'm trying to work in things that I really want to be, like I want to do, like I'm doing right now, psychologist. And as you see in the back, I have my piano finally, and I'm starting to practice piano and trying to learn another language, Italian, things like that, like, and I am at that point right now in my life to try to do those things that I missed for so many years.
Yes, I can totally relate to that. But I was apart. I'm not sure if you said that. What would you really like to study?
Um, I love to draw, and
Mm,
I used to be so good for to draw, and I feel that myself is I am very creative person, and I always wanted to study publicity, like social communications or publicity. But at that time, like in my country, it was hard because it was like the college degree for rich people at my time, and there were no options for me to do those kind of studies at night, because always I had to work and to pay for my college, and I study business administration.
when I first got into college, that was my major. I only
Social
last.
communications, or
I
which?
don't know. I'm going to be real quick about this. When I finished high school, I started medicine, and I was there for a year. I love that, but music got always has always got the best of me. And then I switched to business administration, I had a scholarship, so I think it was a wise decision at the time. But I could only be there for one semester. I hated it. Yeah, and then I was like, okay, to hell with this. I'm going to study music. And one of the college advisors told me to check out the communication program, and I was like, okay, maybe this could work for me. At the seventh semester, more or less, I was like, no, this is not for me. But what the hell, I was 2 semesters away from finishing, so I was like, okay. But music has always been like my biggest passion, my main motivation, and the thing that keeps me going. Probably it's not the one. Well, at some point in my life, it is, but in the past, it was not like my main income. It was hard to start it. But in the end, I think that I don't know if I would be happier if I studied music, but I'm doing it now. I've been doing this for 25 years, so I think that.
That's
And
amazing, teacher. Teacher, two things. The first one is that I saw like there is a classmate that he's asking what we are talking about, and maybe you wanna explain the person, but also, or always, I admire people that can to live from what they are passionate about it. I feel a big admiration for that, like for example, soccer players that they live from their dream, what they love to do every day. I think that when you do something passionate and it's your job, you don't feel like on a job. I think that you enjoy it. But when you have to work with something that you really don't like, it's hard in sometimes. And I have been there. It's hard.
do you know what everything you want to do in life, everything that you feel passionate about, and this is a very personal opinion, everything that you love is going to feel like a job when you have to wake up at 6. That's my opinion. I know some people would say, "Oh, I don't care waking up at 6." I do because I'm a night owl. I love being awake until very very late. But I don't know. It's only me. And yes, actually, it's great that you have your piano now and you're taking back those activities, because I think that those activities are the ones that help you keep going. Sometimes I think personally, I think that no one could like having a job from 9 to 5 and doing the same old things every day for the rest of your life. So there are little things that you can do to spice up things in your life. But for example, my brother, he's a very repetitive person. He loves routine, and I can't. My brother is like Sheldon, actually. But I'm very good. Excellent,
Thank you,
Sandra.
teacher.
Thank you. Bien, ¿quién más? Ahí les puse, ya, bueno, ya puse 2 veces la pregunta para los que entraron un poquito tarde. Quiero que respondan esa pregunta. Ahorita Sandra hizo un muy buen comentario al respecto de esto. Em, por ahí. ¿Quieren que se las traduzca o ya la tienen? A ver, de los que siempre. Está Rafael también. No veo a Noé. David también va por ahí. Veo algunos nombres nuevos también. ¿Alguien que quiera contestar? Sandra.
Teacher, if you wanna maybe to translate the question for everyone, that maybe will be easier for them to create an answer in English.
Muy bien. Sí, creo que es buena idea. La pregunta es, ¿alguna vez has sentido que lo suficientemente bueno en lo que haces? Puede ser trabajo, puede ser hobbies, puede ser actividades que son importantes para ti. Rafael, yes.
Hey everybody. Hi Sandra. Are you feeling more optimistic today about our president? Tuesday was pretty. It was pretty sad for you. I could hear it in your voice. But the executive order he did about the kids newborns here in the U.S. just got blocked. Like 4 states went up against it. There's a lawsuit, so that's not going to happen. I mean, he tried on his first term, and it's not going to go anywhere. But on a total different note, and talking about the topic of today, I went back to school so that I could get my degree in architectural, because I've been doing design work for quite some time. I originally started doing construction, then I got into structural engineering, and just about 10 years ago, I started doing architectural as a designer. So when I came across the UCA and I saw I could actually get my degree online, I said, you know what? Why not? So I signed up, and I've been in school for nearly about a year now. And I think that what I learned in the last 9 months, maybe, it made me a better architect, because I will go through with everything. I will graduate, hopefully, if I don't die between now and 2027. But I think that before I got into school, I thought I knew it all. And it's kind of the opposite of what we're talking about. But going into school made me realize that I didn't know enough. I thought I knew everything, but I started learning a bunch of new different things. Just a whole other, a whole other system that is used when you do, like, graduate, and when you do become an architect, and not just doing it as a designer because I know how to do it. Using AutoCAD and making lines, here and there, is not the same as being an actual architect. So I guess I wasn't good enough, and school just proved me wrong, because I thought I knew it all, but I obviously didn't. So it was a big eye opening for me.
That's important when you have these epiphanies, if you want. I can relate to that. When I was I have been playing guitar for like 7 years. When I started music school after finishing college, and I was like, okay, I'm very good. Probably these guys didn't have anything to teach me, and I was like, the first day I was destroyed. I was obliterated in my abilities, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of things that I have to learn, to become better at this, because I love doing this. And what you were saying, Rafael, I think it takes a lot of courage, especially because, like you said, you have been working in this area for a long time, and suddenly realizing that you have a lot to learn takes courage. I think that it's and at the same time, it's something that you are going to use to your advantage. So that's great. The I had a very bad time when I did my master's degree, because I spent a lot of years working and going back to classes to a very traditional school system. I was like, what I'm doing here? This idea of being in a classroom for 3 4 hours every day and doing homework, and then going back to work because I couldn't stop working. I was like, damn, I'm not sure if this was a right choice, but I love history, so it paid. I think, at least for me. And
It's the same for me, because I have a full-time job. I run three small corporations, and I have to be at work from 6 in the morning to 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock at the latest. And then after that, I got to get into class. I have to go to the sessions, and I have to study the videos. I have to do the homework, and then on top of that, I have the architectural part that I usually can focus and only work at nighttime. So I went from sleeping at 9:10 p.m. Our time here, which is 2 hours before Mexico time, and I went from sleeping from 9 to 10, maybe at the latest, to now going to sleep at 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock in the evening. So I lost about 3 hours of sleep every day, and I just added a bunch more work for myself and with the family, the kids, my wife, and everything else. It just makes everything a little more complicated and a little bit harder. But I know it's going to pay off at the end of the 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 day. I know that once I graduate and I have my degree, I'll be a really happy person.
And that's the main point, that you feel that you're growing and you're feeling happy about what you're doing. I'm going to tell you something that it's a little bit pretentious, but it's total true in my life. I love doing a number of things. I love music, playing. I love movies. I love learn languages. But the thing that I love the most is this feeling of every day going to bed and feeling that I learned something new. I love learning, and I try to learn something different every day. Sometimes I can't. Others, it's like, okay, it was a regular day, I couldn't do much. But I think that when you have this mindset, everything becomes easier, in my opinion. Alguien había levantado la mano y la bajó. ¿Por qué hacen eso? Luego nada más los veo rápido. ¿Quién la había levantado? Adelante, no sean tímidos. Jesús, adelante.
Sí, buenas noches. Dice, yes, I fact, I have considered myself good at the sports, specifically soccer and boxing. They are my favorite activities, and they are the activities in which I stand out the most. I am also quite attracted to science, mathematics, and numerical progression, and learning more skill for my daily life.
Very good, excellent, Jesus. I think that that is a very good idea to keep in mind when you are doing something, especially when we talk about sports. Training is basic. I think everything in life is about practicing, training, you name it. And another thing that could be interesting to add in this case is that you can practice in the case of talking about music at least. You can practice every day for hours and hours, but there's always gonna be a Chinese 4 year old that is going to do better than you. I've seen that with guitar, I've seen that with piano, violin. I don't know. They practice a lot, but they're way better than a lot of people. I would like to play like a Chinese 10-year old. I would be a rock star. But very good. Vamos a ver si ya voy a empezar a escoger víctimas porque están muy callados. ¿Quién será? A ver, Sara, what do you think?
Hi there. Well, I think about the questions. In personal, I think that I am I am very good at getting paid, and definitely I need a special course. And I think that you have any recommendations?
Yes, I think that the case here is that sometimes you need to find the right teacher for what you are trying to learn. Maybe you are the right teacher. I've learned a number of things on my own, but I think that maybe is finding that missing point. For example, I love to draw. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be a comic book artist, but
Mm,
I was like, I never could really draw hands, for example, and it was it was frustrating. But in the end, I managed to, and then I started with music, and that's it. That's one skill I'm trying to learn these days. I bought a tablet. I'm going to find a digital pencil to draw again, not because I want to be the next Michelangelo just because I can and I want to. But I think that it could work to you, Sarah.
Yeah, nice. Well, I like draw in aquarela. What do you say, aquarela? Painting? Yeah,
Watercolor.
I like sketching, so I practice listening and singing. But I practice sure is okay, I think.
Yeah, practice. Practice makes perfect. That's what they say. Very good. Excellent. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
Ah, Juan, está muy interesante tu respuesta. Me gustaría que la dijeras, porque me puedo identificar completamente con eso. Anímense a hablar.
Buenas noches, ¿me escuchan?
Sí, adelante.
Ok, bueno, no soy muy experta en el inglés, voy a traducir como pueda. Well, I'm drama. I always see how another dramas be with the dedication and much practice. Uh, the greatest and I see uh, wait, how to I like to be like them. I always say I need to practice more. I need to add more dedication for my part. And day by day, I always see how I be more mm, more wait.
Está bastante bien lo que dijiste. Incluso, o sea, la respuesta que diste me gustó bastante. O sea, como te digo, me puedo identificar. Ahora, algo que me llamó la atención, digo, lo estoy diciendo en español si alguien quiere comentar esto también, o tú, Juana. I see other drummers that I would like to be like them, and there always comes a feeling of inadequacy. Eso, veo otros bateristas y quiero ser como ellos, y con esto siempre viene un sentimiento de, ¿cómo se puede traducir? Ayúdenme con esto, ¿cómo se traduce? Me fue la palabra. Ser inadecuado, no sé.
Insuficiencia.
Suficiente. Eso pasa con frecuencia, ¿no? Y luego también Alexa dice, being multi-passionate is tough. Está difícil. Muy bien, excelente, Juana. Muchas gracias. Alma, yes.
Good evening, teacher and classmate. My favorite hobbies are spending time with my family and I really like animals, dog and cat and plants. One of the things I really like is my music and sing, although I'm not that good. at it. I really enjoy doing it, and in this stage of studying at university, it has been easy for me. I hope to be good at it. At the moment, it's my most important job. Sorry.
No. Very good, Alma. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Vamos a ver qué más respuestas hay acá. Samantha, why do you consider somewhat good at dancing? Dancing is one of those things that I'm not nearly good. I'm pretty good playing. I want to think that, but dancing is not one of the talents that I received. Noé, yes. No, perdón, Samantha, ¿ibas a hablar?
No, a decirle que no le estaba entendiendo.
Es que te oigo un poco lejos. ¿Puedes repetir lo que dijiste, por favor?
Para decirle que no le estaba entendiendo.
Bueno, sí.
Lo traduje y lo escribí en inglés.
Ok. Sí, no sé si soy solo yo, pero sí te oigo un poquito lejos y un poquito cortado. Igual, si quieres, escribe tu respuesta. Sí me gustaría que participaras con esto. Sandra, dime.
I have a question for Samantha. What kind of music she likes to dance? Because she said that she's really good for dance.
That's a good question, Samantha. What kind of music do you like to dance? Igual, si tienes problemas con tu audio, puedes escribir la respuesta. Ahora sí, Noé, yes.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. Hi, everybody. I don't know. Anything across my mind about what I consider that I'm not good. Well, I think that everybody has the potential to do almost everything if they practicing that every day. They practice enough time to do that. So I think that we can do amazing things. So I have never tried dancing before, but I feel like I can do it, and I always say that you can do it. You can. You never say that I can't do it. Yes, you can. You can if you try and you practicing every day and enough time. You can do it. Everything. Yes, maybe there are some things that for more that you can practice, don't you can do it, but it's minimal. It's almost nothing. So yeah, I always think I always say that practicing makes I don't remember that phrase.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect. Yeah, that.
But going back to the original question, have you ever felt like this?
No, well, I don't remember. I don't anything across my mind right now. So yeah, I don't remember. Well, I have tried play piano, but I don't practicing enough time to see if I good at it. So I don't know. I don't feel that. So I only feel that I need to practice more, to practicing more. Only feel that.
The bad thing is when you have a job and you cannot find that time to practice. But yeah, it's a very good point, Liz. Excellent. Thank you, Noe. Jorge, yes.
Yes, teacher. I start my morning early with a cup of coffee and then begin taking call to organize it and assign the day's task. I also handle customer inquiries, schedule service, and manage collection, diagnostic, and quotation for jobs, alongside repairing electronic device, providing solution for business and programming, and include taking walks in shopping centers to relax and check price during my breaks of meal times. While I am not a great dancer, I don't enjoy listening to music from bands like Nirvana, The Beatles, and Mana. My day's topics start at 8 o'clock and also working a driver.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you, Jorge. Um, Alexa, can you say this or read it? Well,
Buenas noches.
hello, Alexa.
Yeah. So just to expand a bit on this, I think I consider myself someone who is a lot into creativity. Ever since I was a kid, I like to draw. I started with drawing, but I consider myself to be good at it. But then I think I kind of lost the talent. I don't know. Just I couldn't. I was no longer inspired to draw. And then I guess my creativity shifted to writing. So I started writing and I continue to write. But now I'm designing as well. And I'm kind of learning how to do content creation because uh, my family owns a beauty salon. So they kind of, since I'm like the youngest of the family, they tell me that I'm the one who knows about this stuff, about social media and what's trending, etc. So I'm learning about that and I love it actually. But I think I might have a bit of ADHD kind of brain because I want to tackle a lot of things at once. So I'm not able to get something done. And when I do, it kind of like takes me the whole day and then I'm burned out. So yeah, I guess that's kind of my experience.
You said something very interesting that you felt that you lost the talent. I don't think that you can lose a talent. Maybe you lose motivation or
Mm.
passion to be. But when you said that you shifted that interest to,
Mhm.
from drawing to writing, it's amazing because I think that as human beings, there's a lot of things that we can do, that we can practice, that we can improve. And doing this, maybe at some point you're going back to drawing because you're going to feel that again. It happened to me with photography. I used to be a photographer and I really enjoyed that. But at one point, and know, I cannot pinpoint that exact moment in my life when I lost interest. I stopped seeing things in angles and frames, and I don't know. I just stopped because maybe I did that for a long time and I was not enjoying that anymore. But it's interesting, and you're using your passions or your interest at least to improve your family's business and learn new things. I think that as human beings, that's the most important thing. Trying new things every day and finding new passions.
Yeah, I kind of agree because, well, at this point, it's like I'm really falling into this like rabbit hole of a bunch of things that I could do. Like, I'm someone who's really passionate as well. Kind of like a side thing of me is that I really like movies, but it's not the type of love that I just like to watch it. I'm the type of person that likes to dig into the movie, like directors, actors, producers, how the idea came to life. Um, I really pay attention to how they like shoot certain scenes. I really like that, and kind of like my passion right now, if I ever really sit down and try to do it, would be to like just do like vlogs. Like I don't know if you guys have seen some people that they just blog their daily life, or they just produce like motivational content, and they do this amazing like shots about landscapes, or just them sitting in a coffee shop. It just looks really cinematic, and I love that. So I'm digging into that, and I'm trying to bring that into the family business. It's kind of tough because I have no idea what that is, but I'm learning, and I guess, yeah, that's it.
And that's amazing. That happened to me as well. Talking about movies, I love movies. I love going to the movie theater, but I really enjoy knowing the technical aspects of
Mhm.
filmmaking because I love that. My dream would be like composing music for movies,
Ooh, nice.
and and especially I have to be honest, I would love to compose music for animes.
Ooh,
I think that I
cool.
could explode my whole talents. I just have to finish learning Japanese, and let's see what happens. But excellent, Alexa. Thank you very much. I hope to hear more from you in the class next week. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Lemsi, ¿lo pronuncié bien? Adelante.
Lean, sí. No sé si me escucho. Good evening. I don't know if you hear me well. Okay, to answering the question you asked, I think I feel I'm not enough, or I'm not doing it well. I'm not good at my job because, well, I work at an insurance company, policies covering trucks of the United States. And most of the information, well, in my department, it's endorsements. We do a lot of change on that area. And, well, always is changing. The rules are always changing. So I think I'm not, well, good at my job because the way I learn, it's different at the way other of my coworkers learn. Persons I have here 2 years, and persons that come here and are like, I don't know, 6 months, they learn super quick, super easy. I don't know if super easy for them, but I have see that they have to explain it just once, and then do it right. And having more time here, well, me, I think I'm not learning enough, or my manera y método de aprendizaje
My
es
learning
diferente.
method
My learning method, yeah.
is different.
So, but I'm always like on my mis pensamientos, my thoughts are that always we are always learning something new, and the way we learn it's different to the other for other people. And maybe I have to do a little more of effort for learning and teniendo más concentración. No sé cómo llegar a esa parte.
Perdón, te cortaste justo teniendo más que de ilustración.
Más concentración. Concentrarme más.
Puedes decir, bueno, concentrarse puede ser focusing, concentrate, no es tan común. Pues sí,
Concentrating more.
concentration, creo que sería la mejor forma de decirlo.
Yeah,
Very
that
good.
would be.
Having more concentration is something I would like to space out from time to time. Very good. Thank you, Lemsi. Very good. Sandra, yes.
Teacher, I have a question for Lindsay. What does she like really to do? You know, because maybe she's in the wrong place.
No, you know, I like what I do here in my work. Uh, I like to learn, but I don't know because the way I learn is different, and because always it's always changing, and I'm not specifically I'm in endorsement department, no, but not doing what I was doing at the beginning. So my method of concentration of learning, sorry, is like always repeating things, always repeating. But what I like to do, mm, well, I'm not sure about that because I like to do a lot of things like photography, and I was trying to, well, be prepared for being a law, study law, but I don't know exactly how to answer that question because I like to do a lot of things. I like to learn, and that's why I like my job. But comparing myself with others, it's what makes me feel like I'm not enough or I'm not doing the best, I think. But I like what I'm doing here. I love it.
Very good. Excellent. Does that answer your question, Sandra? Very good. Bien, les explico esto en español. El martes ya no me dio tiempo de que hicieran esta actividad, entonces voy a regresar un poquito al tema que estábamos hablando. Esto es lo que van a hacer, los voy a mandar ahorita a sesiones separadas. Díganme si hay alguna duda en lo que configuro las sesiones. Ya saben, si no hay nadie en su sesión, regresen a la llamada principal para que los mande a otra. Dime, Adriano.
Hola, profesor, buenas noches. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Me acabo de ir hace unos 10 minutos recién. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer en esta sesión ahorita?
Perdón, no te entendí. ¿Puedes repetirlo?
Sí, me acabo de unir hace unos minutos. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer en esta sesión?
Van a diseñar un nuevo superhéroe, su nombre, su biografía, sus poderes, cómo lo obtuvo, una pequeña biografía, no me acuerdo si ya lo dije. Y lo de siempre, ya saben, si no hay alguien en su sesión, se regresan a la llamada principal para que los asigne a otro grupo. No tomen mucho tiempo en regresar si no hay nadie, para que puedan hacer la actividad con sus compañeros. Si ya no hay dudas, les mando la invitación. Métanle velocidad.
Había 2 personas en la sesión mía, pero después se desconectaron, me dejaron solo.
¿En qué sesión estabas, Rafael?
No miré, no me acuerdo.
A ver, ver, déjame
Oh,
checar.
estaba en la sesión 8.
Ok. Sí, de hecho hay 4 personas ahí, pero... Bueno, incluido tú. A ver, listo. Ya te mandé a la otra. Sí, Jorge, ¿en qué sesión estás?
Estaba en la 11.
Ok. No, no estás ahí. Ahora déjame buscarte. Estabas en la 5. Listo. Bien, les dio tiempo. Creo que fue poco, pero... ¿Sí les dio tiempo? ¿Qué tanto?
Almost.
¿Sí?
Yes, profe.
Algo que se me olvidó, algo que se me olvidó decirles es que lo que hayan escrito, guárdenlo, porque no nos iba a dar tiempo de revisarlo. ¿Sí lo tienen? Al menos uno de cada equipo.
Sí, profe.
La pastora va a contestar él.
No entiendo nada de lo que están diciendo, pero a ver, Raúl, dime.
Sí, profesor, bueno, antes que nada quería comentarle que, bueno, mi equipo fue conformado por mi compañero Márquez y mi compañero Reyes. No sé si puedo copiar aquí el texto
Raúl,
que hicimos juntos.
disculpa, no escucho. No sé si a todos nos pasa, no te escucho.
Ok, perdón, le comentaba, que ya tengo aquí mi trabajo mío y de mis compañeros que hicimos. Fue mi compañero Marcos y mi compañero Reyes. No sé si puedo pegarlo sin problema alguno.
No, guárdenlo para que lo revisemos la siguiente clase, porque, o sea, nos llevó más tiempo la primera mitad y ya no va a dar tiempo de que lo revisen. Bueno, que lo escuchemos, ¿va? Entonces guárdenlo para que hagamos eso el martes, ¿sí? A ver, ¿por qué estoy viendo ahí un Spider-Man? Era un superhéroe nuevo, ¿eh? Acabo de ver demandas de copyright.
Teacher, si no nos acordamos el nombre de nuestro equipo. No he anotado los nombres. No he anotado los nombres de mi grupo.
Bueno, no hay tanto problema en eso. Con que uno del equipo lo tenga, yo supongo que se acordarán. ¿Sí? No lo peguen ahorita, no hagan spoilers. Se ve interesante lo que estoy viendo. No, Silvia, lo que les decía es que me dieran un poco de tiempo para hacer una lista de los libros. También pues, no todo va a ser en libros. Les voy a dar algunos recursos también. Va. ¿Alguien tiene alguna duda? Bueno, ya nada más para terminar. Este tipo de actividades para los nuevos, me gusta mucho que trabajen en equipo porque entre ustedes se ayudan, o así debería ser, ¿no? También me gusta que practiquen un poco la creatividad. Ahí es cuando más aprenden. ¿Va? Recuerden que si se les ocurre alguna actividad, así como a mí se me ocurrió que se pusieran a diseñar un superhéroe, si a alguien se le ocurre una actividad para hacer en grupo, díganme y lo hacemos, ¿va? Bien, si no hay dudas, vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Que tengan excelente fin de semana, cuídense mucho y nos vemos el martes, ¿va? Que estén muy
Thank
bien.
you, teacher. Have a good night, everyone.
Buenas noches.
Bye, good night.
Buenas noches. Buenas noches.